Hi there, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I pulled us a daily card, and the card that came out today, well, I think the British word, the British pronunciation of this card is AGAPE, and the American is AGAPE. So however it resonates with you, this is the card that came out, okay, AGAPE or AGAPE. And I actually am so grateful and thankful that this is the card that came out today, because I really needed this message. So this is from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and it represents unconditional, all-encompassing love. It's not romantic love or approval from others. It's the kind of love that exists without needing anything in return, okay? Agape or agape is the force that says life is worthy of love exactly as it is. So when this card comes out, we're being invited to stop relating to ourself or others or our circumstances through fear, judgment, or transaction. Like, what do I get, or what if I lose? And instead, relate through compassion, openness, and trust, okay? So what Spirit is trying to say is love is our strongest path forward, not force, not fear, not control. This doesn't mean accepting poor treatment or becoming a martyr. Agape or agape isn't about sacrificing ourselves. It's about choosing a way of being that isn't controlled by resentment or pride or insecurity or the need to prove something. Okay? What Spirit is asking with this card is, can you love yourself even while you're still growing? Or can you release the need to control every outcome? Can you see the humanity in yourself and others? And can you choose peace instead of being right? Just choose peace, okay? Agape or agape reminds you that love isn't a reward, it's a practice, okay? Love isn't a reward, it's a practice. So what Spirit might be saying about your or our current life, some of us may be standing at an emotional crossroads, okay? Some of us may be standing at an emotional crossroads. Maybe some of us are healing from disappointment, or we're questioning a relationship, or we're trying to make an important decision, or we're feeling disconnected from ourselves, or we're wanting more meaning. So instead of telling you what choice to make, AGAPE or agape is asking who you want to be while making that choice, okay? The energy behind your actions matters just as much as the actions themselves. So what Spirit could be saying is, one of the things Spirit could be saying with this card is to stop trying to earn love. You don't need to become more successful, more attractive, more productive, or more perfect before you are worthy, okay? Act from worthiness, not toward it. And the second one could be lead with compassion. So before reacting, ask, what would love do here? Okay? Sometimes love speaks gently. Sometimes love sets a firm boundary. Sometimes love walks away. Agape or agape isn't passive, okay? Another one could be letting go of keeping score. If you've been mentally counting who apologized or who texted first or who gives more or who deserves what, agape or agape is asking you to step out of that accounting system. That doesn't mean tolerating imbalance forever. It means making choices from clarity instead of resentment. And receive as much as you give. A lot of people hear unconditional love and immediately think they must give more. But agape also asks, can you receive? Can you let people help you? Can you believe compliments? Can you accept joy without guilt? Trust that softness is strength. Okay? Trust that softness is strength. The world often teaches us that power comes from control, but agape or agape teaches that real power comes from an open heart paired with wisdom. Okay? This card is teaching us that real power comes from having an open heart paired with wisdom. So Spirit is encouraging us to forgive where we are genuinely ready, not because we're pressured to. Soften toward ourselves, release unnecessary guilt, choose honesty over performance, focus on connection instead of perfection, and let love become our compass, okay? Every time you're unsure of what to do, Spirit is asking you, ask yourself, which choice leaves me more open, more truthful, and more loving? That question will often point you toward the healthiest path, okay? Some things to watch for over the next coming days or weeks are, you may notice a chance to heal a relationship or to have a meaningful conversation. You may notice unexpected kindness, a deeper appreciation for yourself. You may notice emotional relief after letting go of something heavy. Or you may notice feeling more peaceful even if circumstances haven't fully changed. Agape often signals that your heart is expanding. You may become less interested in proving yourself and more interested in living authentically, okay? But remember, some things that you need be careful not to confuse agape with. What you should avoid is people-pleasing, rescuing others, abandoning your own needs, ignoring red flags, or staying in unhealthy situations because you should love everyone. When you embody agape, or AGAPE, life tends to feel lighter. Relationships become more genuine. Decisions come from inner clarity rather than fear. You may find yourself attracting people and opportunities that resonate with who you truly are. Even if external circumstances take time to change, your inner experience can become calmer, steadier, and more fulfilling. But what if we're dealing with people that are very narcissistic and we want to have really strong boundaries? Okay? AGAPE doesn't ask us to abandon discernment. It asks us to keep our heart free from hatred while allowing our actions to be guided by wisdom. If someone is consistently narcissistic, manipulative, or emotionally harmful, AGAPE doesn't say stay and keep getting hurt, or give them endless chances, or ignore our instincts, or accept mistreatment. Instead, it might sound like this. Maybe you can say, I wish you well, but I won't participate in this dynamic. Okay? AGAPE loves from a distance when necessary. One of the healthiest expressions of unconditional love is recognizing that you cannot change another person. You can acknowledge their humanity without giving them unlimited access to your life. You can think, I hope you heal. I don't hate you. I don't need revenge. And at the same time, I'm not available for disrespect. I'm ending this conversation. I'm protecting my peace. Because those two things can exist together. Always remember that boundaries are an act of love. Many people think boundaries are punishment. They're not. Healthy boundaries clarify what you will and won't participate in. They protect you. They protect your well-being and can also prevent resentment from building. AGAPE isn't about saying yes to everyone. It's about saying yes to what aligns with your values. AGAPE asks you to release the emotional grip. If someone has narcissistic traits, they may continue behaving in ways you don't like. AGAPE doesn't require you to convince them to change. It invites you to stop letting their behavior determine your inner state. So that can look like not arguing to be understood by someone unwilling to listen, or not taking every insult as a measure of your worth, or not seeking validation from someone who withholds it, or not carrying bitterness long after you've left the situation. If this card shows up in your life while you're dealing with difficult people, the guidance may be less about loving them and more about remaining true to yourself, okay? So the question becomes, can I protect my peace without becoming consumed by anger or revenge? And AGAPE says yes. You don't have to like someone else. You don't have to like someone's behavior. You don't have to trust them. You don't have to let them back into your life. You simply don't let their actions dictate the kind of person you choose to be. A phrase that captures the spirit of AGAPE in this context is, "My heart stays open, but my gate is guarded." That's often the healthiest balance. Compassion without naivete, forgiveness without forgetting, and love that includes respect for yourself, okay? So what Spirit is saying is, guard your peace, lead with love, keep firm boundaries, and don't carry others as darkness, okay? Always stay in the energy of love. Don't let anybody's vibration, if their vibration is higher than yours and they want to bring you up, awesome. But if their vibration is lower than yours and they're trying to suck you back down, don't allow it. Stay in the energy of love, okay? Have a wonderful day. Thank you for letting me channel this message. Take good care. See you next time. Bye.